Today, Archangel Michael says, I order you to open this now. It's only for you. Good news is coming. You always skip this. Don't hurt God to skip. Please open immediately. My beloved child, today is not just another day. It is not like yesterday, and it is not like tomorrow. Something has changed in the heavenly realms, and your name has been whispered among the angels. Archangel Michael has come forward, holding a scroll with your name glowing in golden light. He has stood before the throne and said, God, this soul keeps waiting, keeps believing, keeps crying quietly, but keeps skipping the message sent from us. Please allow me to go today and reach them directly. And God said, Go, Michael, speak. Tell them what they must not miss today. So here I am, sent with divine urgency. I am not coming with fear, I am coming with good news. Yes, child, I said good news, the kind that your soul has been aching to hear. But before I reveal it, I need you to pause and breathe. Just breathe for a moment. Feel that warmth in your chest. That's not just your breath, that's me. That's your angel. That's the divine touch trying to comfort you, letting you know that you are not alone in this moment. I know you've been strong for so long. You hide your pain well. You smile in front of others even when your heart feels heavy. You keep pretending you're fine when, deep inside, you're asking God, do you even see me anymore? And now, here is your answer. We do. I do. And God never stopped watching you for even a second. That tear you wiped alone last night, that silence you sat in with your hands on your heart, whispering prayers only you could hear, heaven heard it. Let me tell you something important. There are messages heaven sends every day, but not every soul opens them. You have skipped many of them, not because you don't believe, but because you are tired of hoping and then being disappointed. But this message, this one, is different. This is not just a sign. This is a divine intervention, a moment that was pre-written for you before you were even born. Today was chosen long ago as the day you would be shown proof that you were never forgotten. Listen closely now. Good news is traveling toward you, not metaphorically, not someday. It is moving now. The wheels of miracles are in motion, and this news is personal. It is only for you. That's why Archangel Michael said, don't tell anyone yet. This blessing is too tender, too precious. It's still forming in God's hands. Let them receive it first. Let their faith be rewarded before the world sees it. And this message, this exact message, is the moment your miracle begins. Wait. Before I reveal the full message from Archangel Michael, take a second to do something sacred. Subscribe to this channel right now because you are not seeing this by accident. God wants to make sure you don't miss the next message that might just complete your miracle. Let this be your small act of faith, your yes to the divine. Now keep reading because your breakthrough is coming. You may be wondering, what kind of good news, child? It's the kind that changes the air around you, the kind that lifts burdens so softly you don't even realize you were carrying them. It's the kind of good news that knocks on your door quietly but brings thunderous joy once it enters your life. It may come as a call, a message, a conversation, a reunion, a job, a person, a realization, a healing. But one thing is certain, it will feel exactly like the thing your soul had been craving all along. But let me also be clear with love. This is your test moment too. The divine cannot force you to open your blessings. You have to be the one to say yes. That's why this message is urgent. That's why we keep whispering, don't skip this. When you skip these nudges, it delays what's meant for you, not because heaven is punishing you, but because the door remains unopened. The knock is real, but you must open it. And this message, this is that knock. Don't look at this message like all the others. This one has a light around it. Can you feel it? There is someone who is going to speak your name soon in a room you've never entered, and that name will be spoken with respect. The kind of respect you always wanted but were too humble to ask for. Your energy has gone ahead of you. The goodness you've poured into others in secret, that is what's coming back to you now, not as karma, but as divine reward. And you know what's wild? You almost missed this. You almost didn't open this. You almost ignored this gentle voice trying to reach your heart. But here you are, and I'm proud of you. I, Archangel Michael, am telling you now, don't you dare give up before the news reaches you, because the conversation in heaven has already happened. God said, "My child has waited long enough. I will no longer delay what was meant for them. I will no longer let them walk in shadows while others receive sunshine. It's their time now. Let the light fall upon them." And now that heaven has decided to move on your behalf, nothing on earth can stop what's meant for you. Listen to me, my dear child. Not even the delays, not even the heartbreaks, not even the people who turned their back on you can block what's already in motion. There are forces working in your favor right now that you cannot see with your physical eyes. But in the spirit, there is movement, there is preparation, there is excitement. The angels are walking through the hallways of your future, clearing out what no longer belongs, making space for joy, for truth, for healing, and for love. And child, let me whisper something very soft and personal now. There is a person thinking of you right now, someone you didn't expect. Their heart has been stirred. They may not even understand why, but heaven does. God is aligning hearts. There are meetings being scheduled in the unseen. Conversations about you are happening without your permission, but all in your favor. What you thought was over is being rewritten. What you thought you missed is coming back around in a way far better than you could imagine. That is why this message had to find you today. You've been in a season where it felt like nothing made sense. You kept showing up, but no doors opened. You kept being kind, but people misunderstood you. You kept praying, but silence was the only answer. I know. We saw it all. And in those moments when you questioned your worth, when you whispered, maybe I'm not chosen, God stood over you like a protective father and said, you are still mine. I'm not finished with you. And now is the time when that promise becomes visible. You are going to feel lighter in the coming days, not because your problems vanish overnight, but because the heaviness in your soul will begin to lift. You will wake up one morning soon and feel something different, a strange kind of peace, a warmth you haven't felt in years. You will begin to smile again for no reason. You'll look at the same world with a brand new heart. That's how miracles begin, not always with thunder, but often with stillness. Child, God is softening your path ahead. He's preparing you not just for a blessing, but for a transformation. Archangel Michael wants you to know you are not behind in life. You are not late. You are not lost. You are exactly where you were supposed to be when heaven decided to speak directly to you today. This divine moment was chosen. This day was highlighted in the book of your life. This message was always going to find you. And the fact that you are still reading it means your heart is still open. And that's all God needs. Let me tell you something about your spiritual authority. You carry a frequency that darkness cannot touch. That's why you've been under attack. That's why it felt like people kept trying to dim your light. They saw something in you that they couldn't explain. But child, that light is not going away. It is getting brighter, stronger, clearer. You were not meant to live a quiet life of being overlooked. You were meant to rise, to shine, to walk boldly into the life God wrote for you. And yes, you will rise with scars, but those scars are proof that even when the enemy tried to break you, you survived. You loved. You forgave. You kept your heart soft when the world turned cold. And for that, heaven honors you. You may not have seen the full reward yet, but I tell you, it is coming. Even now, as you read this, things are aligning behind the scenes. Emails are being written, messages are being typed, paperwork is shifting, phone calls are preparing, people are feeling nudged to reach out to you. You may not know it yet, but a divine reversal is taking place. Something that felt like a rejection is going to turn into your biggest redirection. The good news, it's already started. Let me tell you the truth with no sugarcoating. This is your moment. The past cannot steal it. The pain cannot block it. And your doubt cannot cancel it unless you walk away. But I believe in you. And I believe you are still reading this because, deep down, you believe in God's goodness too. Don't let tiredness make you skip this divine hour. You don't have to be perfect to receive this. You just have to say, God, I'm ready. Say it now, child, out loud. Say it softly if you must. God, I'm ready. I receive what you've planned for me. I trust you. Because that one sentence just moved mountains in the spirit. And there's more. God has been watching how you handle the secret battles. The nights you stayed up crying but still prayed for others. The times you felt forgotten but still showed up for someone else. You thought no one noticed, but God did. And Archangel Michael has been writing your name in glory. What's coming is not a reward for perfection. It's a reward for endurance. And child, you've endured much. That's why the heavens are opening now. That's why this message carries weight. It's not just a reminder, it's an announcement. You see, when God decides to lift you, no force on earth can hold you down. Not delay, not betrayal, not even your past. You've been sitting quietly, holding on to hope like a candle in the dark, and heaven has been watching you do it day after day without applause. But now something holy is rising. A shift is happening in the realm of the Spirit, and your name is echoing louder than ever before. The angels are moving with urgency. Archangel Michael is standing guard around you. And God is smiling because finally you're ready. Not perfect, just ready. You're ready to receive without overthinking it. You're ready to believe again, even with a shaky heart. You're ready to walk into rooms you once thought you didn't belong in. And child, when you walk in this time, you'll own the space. There is a moment coming where someone is going to look at you, pause, and say something like, "I don't know why, but I feel like I'm supposed to help you." Don't be surprised. That's heaven at work. That's the angelic interference you've been unknowingly praying for. That's what happens when you stop skipping the divine signs. This message, the one you're reading right now, is not late. It's on time. And so are you. You've carried promises in your spirit for years. Things you haven't even told people about because they'd laugh. Visions, dreams, strange urges to move, create, speak, build, or love in a way that felt too big for your current life. But guess what? Those things weren't fantasy. They were previews. Yes, previews from God, like glimpses of the future He whispered into your soul before the world tried to convince you to settle. You were never meant to live a small life, child. You were meant to live a God-sized one. And that's why the enemy fought you so hard, because he saw what was coming before you did. He saw the kind of influence, love, power, grace, and light you'd carry. So he tried to break your spirit before it could blossom. But he failed. You're still here, still standing, still believing, still reading this message. And that alone makes you dangerous to darkness. Now listen closely. There is something very important that's about to be revealed to you, a truth that was hidden, a blessing that was blocked. But heaven has issued a command: unblock it, release it, deliver it. So that means in the coming hours or days, don't be surprised if someone reaches out unexpectedly. A long-delayed answer finally comes. A dream suddenly feels more real than ever before. Or you just get this unshakable feeling that something good is on the way, because it is. God doesn't make announcements without deliverance. And this message is not a tease. It's a trigger, a switch, a shift in the energy around you, a divine key placed in your hands. And now the door is opening. But child, please don't skip it again. That's why Archangel Michael is speaking with such urgency today. He has seen you turn away from signs before, not because you didn't care, but because you were tired, broken. You didn't want to be disappointed again. But this is different. This isn't just encouragement, this is movement. The angels are not just watching, they're working right now. I want you to take this next part very seriously. When God tells you something is coming, prepare like it's already here. Talk like it, think like it, dress like it, pray like it. Show up like the miracle has already arrived. Because preparation is proof of faith, and heaven moves fastest where faith is active. You don't need to chase what's meant for you. You just need to be available. Make space in your mind, in your routine, in your heart, because something beautiful is going to want to stay, and it needs room to grow. And I say this with divine clarity. If you ignore this message today, you may delay something that was already approved in heaven. But if you open your heart today, right now, you activate everything. Yes, everything. From inheritance to healing, from reunion to redemption, from provision to peace. Everything your soul was craving without having the words for is tied to this sacred yes. And before I go, I want you to understand this one truth that never fails. God doesn't make mistakes. He didn't make a mistake choosing you. He didn't make a mistake giving you those dreams. He didn't make a mistake putting you in that family, in that body, in that season. Every part of your journey, even the painful, strange, silent parts, were preparing you for something more powerful than you can currently see. And now the curtain is lifting. Your new chapter doesn't start next year. It doesn't start when you feel more ready. It doesn't start when other people approve of you. It starts now. Today, the moment heaven said, deliver the message. Tell them it's only for them, they must open it. Archangel Michael says this is non-negotiable, it's urgent, it's holy, it's personal, and it's real. You've skipped so many signs in the past. Please, child, not this one. Your miracle is already on its way. Now all that's left is your response. The world around you is still moving, people rushing, phones ringing, noise rising. But here, in this quiet space, heaven has paused for you. Yes, for you. Because this exact moment was set aside long ago as a turning point. Not a coincidence, not a maybe, a turning point. Child, do you realize what happens when you say yes to the divine timing of your life? The chains begin to fall, not just around your circumstances, but around your thoughts. Suddenly, you stop shrinking yourself. You stop replaying the same old wounds. You stop making space for guilt that was never yours to carry, and instead you make room for light. Archangel Michael is telling me to remind you gently, you are not broken. You are not too late. You are not too much. And you are definitely not forgotten. You are just beginning. And I know you may not feel ready. You might even be reading these words with tears in your eyes, thinking, I want to believe this, but I've been let down too many times. But here's what God needs you to hear. This is not the same as before. This is not another false hope. This is not an empty spiritual promise. This is not something you will look back on and regret. This is divine alignment, pure, intentional life shifting. You've been carrying questions in your heart that no one else understood, but God did. Questions like, why hasn't it happened for me yet? Is there something wrong with me? Am I being punished for something? Is this just how my life is going to be? Child, the answer is no. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. And you're not forgotten, you're being favored, quietly, gently, purposefully. Sometimes the delay isn't denial, it's divine protection. There were people and paths you wanted so badly, but they weren't prepared to carry the weight of your destiny. That's why God blocked it, not because He didn't love you, but because He loved you too much to let you settle for crumbs when He was preparing a banquet. You've cried tears that watered your future. You've lost things you thought you couldn't live without, and yet, here you are. You've watched people walk away who swore they never would, and still, you love. You felt forgotten by the world, but God never looked away. And now heaven is preparing your next scene. The curtains are lifting, the light is shifting, and the angels are getting into position. What's ahead for you? Peace like you've never known. Love that doesn't ask you to beg for it. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Do this if cash is running low, if money is tight right now, if you're nervous about what might happen if an unexpected bill shows up. You need to keep reading. This ancient 60-second prosperity prayer has helped 5,477 regular people go from money worries to money miracles. It was discovered recently in the same region where the Dead Sea Scrolls were found, and its power to attract money is amazing for the many people who use it. The governments and the elites do not want this sacred prayer getting out there. That's why they'll try anything to get this site shut down before word spreads about this 60-second prayer from the Dead Sea Scrolls. If you're in need of quick cash, if your business could use a cash injection, click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret. Claim this sacred prayer now before it's gone for good. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you. Opportunities that don't make you question your worth. Provision that flows. Joy that stays. Healing that reaches back through generations. This is restoration. And it's not far, it's near. It's already knocking. But here's what you must understand. You have to choose it. You have to believe that you are worthy of it. You have to stop replaying the voice that says you're too late, too broken, too far gone. That voice was never from God. Let this be your confirmation. You are ready. Even if you feel scared, even if you feel unworthy, even if you don't know how it will all work out, God is not asking you to have it all figured out. He's just asking for your yes. So say it now. Say it quietly if you need to. God, I say yes. I receive the good news. I open my heart. I won't skip this again. I'm ready. And as you say that, the light around you begins to shift. The angels begin to celebrate. Your energy begins to rise, and something sacred begins to unlock. Yes, it's happening. And now the final truth that Archangel Michael wants you to hold deep in your soul. You were never waiting on the miracle. The miracle was always waiting on you. It was waiting for your belief, waiting for your trust, waiting for this very moment where you stopped running, stopped questioning, and simply opened your heart. Today is not ordinary. It's not just another date. It's the date the heavens circled in golden light. It's the day the angel said, we must reach them now. It's the moment God whispered, my child is ready. So, my love, don't hurt God by skipping again. Don't rush past this message. Don't silence your soul. Something incredible is arriving, something rare, something holy, and it has your name on it. Now go in peace with expectation in your spirit. Watch how quickly things begin to move. Watch how the right people, places, and paths start to appear. Watch how your tired soul begins to glow again. And when the miracle shows up, and it will, remember this: you opened it. You believed. You said yes. And that was enough for heaven to move. Your miracle is coming. Open your hands. Lift your eyes. Your time has come. And even now, as you sit here quietly with this message still open before you, the spiritual realm is still moving. It doesn't stop just because you paused. Heaven isn't in a hurry, but it is intentional. Every second that passes after your yes is another second where God's favor begins multiplying around you. You won't always see it with your physical eyes at first, but trust me, it's happening. It's happening in conversations you're not part of. It's happening in hearts that used to be closed. It's happening in plans that are about to intersect with your name like a divine collision. The kind you didn't expect but were always meant for. God never forgot what He promised you. You might have grown quiet about it. You might have tucked it away in a drawer somewhere deep inside and said, maybe it's not for me. But He didn't. And when heaven doesn't forget something, it eventually finds its way back to you, stronger, purer, and right on time. There's a reason this message wouldn't leave you alone today. There's a reason your heart is beating a little faster right now. Because your soul recognizes the truth. It may not understand it fully yet, but it knows this moment was prepared. That's why you're still here, reading these words. Even when the world is calling you elsewhere, you're not here by accident. You're here by divine appointment. And now, something deeper. There's a door in your life that has been locked for a very long time. You've knocked on it before. You've waited, you've prayed, but it never opened, not because you were denied, but because you weren't meant to walk through it alone. You were meant to arrive at that door with angels beside you, with your spirit ready, your heart healed, and your name spoken by heaven first. That door is now opening. You will recognize it when it comes, not because it looks familiar, but because it will feel peaceful. God's blessings don't come with chaos. They don't require you to chase or compromise or plead. They come gently, like light filling a room you forgot had windows. And suddenly, everything will make sense. The delay, the silence, the struggle. You'll see why it had to happen that way. Because if it came earlier, you wouldn't have been ready. If it came through the wrong people, it would have wounded you again. If it came without spiritual covering, it would have slipped away just as fast. But now it's coming through the hands of heaven. It's coming with your name etched on it in gold. It's coming with peace, confirmation, and clarity. And when it arrives, you'll know because you won't be afraid anymore. You'll feel calm. You'll feel guided. You'll feel seen, not just by people, but by God. That's what Archangel Michael wanted you to know, that this isn't just a motivational message. This is a moment of activation, a moment where your soul agreed with heaven and said, "I'm ready." And now we agree too. You are ready for love that stays, for blessings that multiply, for relationships that don't hurt, for opportunities that match your purpose, for healing that reaches even your past selves, for rest, for laughter, for days filled with light. And maybe, just maybe, this time you won't skip it. You won't click away. You won't say maybe later. You'll say, now, I receive it now. So close your eyes if you can and breathe this in. God, I open the door. I let your plans in. I won't fight it. I won't fear it. I say yes. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for remembering I am ready. And I believe the good news is already on its way to me. And with that simple prayer, the spiritual door opens. Watch what happens next. Because when you respond to heaven with bold belief, the earth has to follow. Your miracle has already left the gates of glory. Your angels have already been dispatched. Your spirit is already shifting. And this world, your world, will never be the same. This is the season of your answered prayer. This is the arrival of your divine reward. This is the moment God always planned for you. Receive it, speak it, expect it, watch it unfold. And as the winds of heaven begin to shift around your life, I need you to understand something that will anchor your spirit through what's coming next. This blessing is not temporary. What God is doing in your life now isn't just a glimpse. It's not a flash of joy that fades the next morning. No, this is foundation. This is the beginning of a new reality, not just a spiritual high. You are not going back to the way things were. Because once God moves, once heaven releases, nothing returns to what it used to be. The old patterns will not fit you anymore. The old wounds will no longer control you. The people who once misunderstood you will feel the shift in your energy and spirit. Because the old you, the tired you, the broken you, the silenced you, is no longer leading the way. God has awakened the version of you that was always hidden underneath the hurt. You will speak differently, walk differently, choose differently, not because you're trying to be someone new, but because you finally remembered who you are in the eyes of heaven. Child, do you know how much God has been waiting for this? He has watched you sit in silent rooms, begging for clarity. He has listened to you say, God, if you're real, please say something. Do something. He has witnessed your loyalty, the way you loved people who hurt you, the way you kept giving when no one noticed, the way you stayed soft when the world told you to harden. And now heaven is responding. Your softness was never weakness. It was sacred strength. And now that strength is being rewarded, not just with things, but with something far more important: alignment. God is aligning you with people who will cherish your spirit. He is aligning you with opportunities that don't drain you. He is aligning you with blessings that feel like rest, not battles. He is aligning you with the life you've secretly been praying for, the one you didn't even feel worthy of asking for out loud. But God knew. He always knew. And now so do you. You are not cursed. You are not unlucky. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. Everything you've lost, the people who ghosted, the doors that closed, the moments that broke you, they were all part of a divine rearranging. Heaven wasn't ignoring you. Heaven was protecting the space that your true miracle would need to land and grow. Now the space is ready. Now your heart is ready. Now your hands are open, not clenched in fear, but lifted in surrender. And so the miracle moves. And child, I must tell you one more thing. As this blessing arrives, there will be moments when your mind will still try to sabotage it. Old fears might whisper, "This is too good to be true. What if it's just another lesson? What if I lose it too?" When that voice comes, you must speak back with divine truth. This time is different because this time God is leading it. And anything God leads, He sustains. This time it won't collapse. This time it won't leave you hollow. This time the joy will be real. This time the love will be safe. This time the peace will last. Because this time you didn't chase it. You waited, you trusted, you surrendered, and now the wait is over. Yes, it's really over. No more delay, no more detours, no more confusion. This is the moment the promise becomes reality. And you are walking straight into it. The light ahead of you is not a dream. It's not a mistake. It's the manifestation of every tear you cried, every silent prayer you whispered, every night you chose to keep going when you didn't know how. And now God is saying, you didn't quit. Now I will show you why that matters. You didn't stop believing. Now I will honor that. You didn't give up when you had every reason to. Now I will give you every reason to rejoice. So walk, child, walk forward into this new season. Walk in your truth. Walk in your healing. Walk in your blessing. Walk in your peace, because you are no longer waiting. You are receiving, and heaven is celebrating with you. It's happening right now, and it's only just beginning. Before I continue, my beloved child, allow me to pause, for there is a sacred secret I've kept just for you, and now is the moment I choose to reveal it. Money for nothing, money, money, money. It's what people worry about around the clock. But if you know how to manifest with a simple wealth attraction secret from the ancient times of Moses, money floods into your bank account so fast you'll forget it was ever a concern. And you don't have to do anything for the money to show up. A few days is all it takes to live a life of freedom and choice. At last. Skeptical? I totally get it. Click the link in the description or comments section to unlock the secret and access your Moses wealth attraction secret today to see for yourself how well it works. My beloved child, now is the time to act. Step forward in faith. God bless you.